Hello, beautiful yogis. My name is Janine. Thank you so much for finding yourselves here today. I'm coming to you from the beautiful coastline of California, and I'm so pleased to share with you today a short but fiery practice on embodying your inner warrior. Today's practice is inspired by the goddess Kali, who is one of the deities in Hinduism. And she is here to remind us to embrace our divine feminine, to be strong, to be determined, to be courageous, and to destroy any parts of ourselves that no longer serve us and hold us back from being our true selves. Now, if you aren't already, please join me by standing up at the top of your mat, and we'll begin our practice here. Now, once you've found yourself here, let's root our feet into the ground, growing nice and tall. And inhale as you circle your arms up overhead, palms touch, and exhale as you bring it all the way down towards your heart center. Following your breath, let's inhale as we reach our arms up towards the sky, palms touch, and exhale as you bring it down towards your heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale as you reach up. This time, let's clasp our fingers into Kali Mudra. So clasping all your fingers together except for your pointer finger and your thumbs. And exhale as you bring that all the way down into your heart center. Moving like this, let's inhale as we reach our hands up towards the sky, clasping our hands into Kali Mudra. And on your exhale, let's step those feet together and begin to lean ourselves over to the left, getting into a nice big side body stretch on our right hand side. Try to relax in the shoulders here. And inhale as you come back up to center. And exhale, let's bring it all the way over to the other side. So leaning yourself over to the right hand side this time. Opening up the lateral lines on the left side body. Breathing here. And on your next inhale, let's bring it back to center. And exhale as you release your hands, diving forward, leading with the heart, and coming into Uttanasana, forward fold. If it feels good to clasp the elbows here, you can ragdoll yourself out, keeping a bit of a bend in the knees here. Let's rock the head out, yes, no. And on your next exhale, let's just begin to roll ourselves up to standing, taking your time here, making sure your head is the last to come up, and meeting ourselves to stand into Tadasana. Moving right away, let's inhale as we reach our hands up to the sky, palms touch, and exhale right away, diving forward, planting your hands to frame your foot, and we'll step our right foot back on a 45-degree angle, setting ourselves up for Warrior One. Bending into the left knee so that your knee is in line with your ankle. Let's bring our hands to our hips here, just so that we can square off our hips and our pelvis, so everything is facing forward. Pushing equally into both feet. We'll inhale our hands up towards the sky, so our biceps are in line with our ears here. Relaxing the shoulders. And on your next exhale, let's release our hands, circling them back behind us and clasping onto our hands, pulling our shoulders back behind us as we lengthen our arms, coming into a nice big chest opener here. Go ahead and release that. We'll pivot on that back foot so your toes are in line with the long edge of the mat, and we're going to set ourselves up for Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. Lengthening your arms out away from you. Let's inhale as we bring our hands up towards the sky, lengthening that front knee, and exhale as you bend deeply into your knee, reaching your palms out away from you. Moving like this a couple times, inhaling as you come up, finding length, and exhaling as you bend into that knee, reaching away from you, staying nice and strong here in that Warrior Two. Maybe your gaze is looking out between your middle finger at the horizon, And on your exhale, let's bend our left elbow and bring it on top of our knee, reaching our right hand up towards the sky, coming into a side angle here. Reaching your arm as far over as feels good for you, not putting too much weight into that knee, just using your elbow for leverage here. Let's inhale as we bring ourselves up to standing, lengthening that front leg. Arms reach out in front of us, and we'll begin to hinge at the hips so that we're beginning to lean forward, coming into a triangle pose here. So dropping your left hand towards the inside of your shin or your calf, and we'll inhale as we reach and peel our right hand all the way up towards the sky, opening up the chest. Maybe your gaze follows to that extended arm. On your next inhale, let's gaze down, looking at our front foot. We're going to circle our hand back to frame our foot. So we're pivoting on the foot and we're coming into a low lunge here. Let's plant that right hand beside us and open up our left hand now, coming into an easy twist. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades back behind you, pushing your left hand into an invisible wall behind you as well. And exhale as you bring your left hand back to frame your foot and kick up into a forward fold. Taking a nice deep breath here, in through the nose, and exhale out the mouth. We're going to inhale into a halfway lift here, flat back, maybe coming into that Kali Mudra at the heart. And exhale as you fold forward, letting it go. And slowly beginning to roll yourself up to standing, finding yourself in that Tadasana mountain pose, maybe shining your palms forward here. Remembering to bring in that Kali goddess fire energy into our next sequence. Go ahead and inhale your hands up towards the sky, coming into that mudra once again, and exhale, bringing it to heart center. Inhaling as you reach up, stretching even taller, and exhale, bringing it down to your center. We'll do that one more time. Inhaling up, hands touch, and exhale, dive forward into your forward fold, planting your hands, and let's step right away back with our left foot this time, setting yourself up for that virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Finding your foundation here, pushing equally into both feet, getting a nice big bend into your right knee this time, squaring off the hips, and when you're ready, we'll begin to reach our hands up towards the sky. Relaxing your shoulder heads here so they're not cramping up towards the ears. Maybe coming one more time into that Kali Mudra if you're called to here, if you're feeling nice and strong, nice and powerful. Gaze looks out at a drishti, a point of focus. And exhale as you unclasp your hands, bringing them back behind you, reclasping them to lengthen your arm, coming into that nice big heart opener here. Taking a round of breath before you unclasp, and pivoting on that back foot so that you're setting yourself up for that warrior 2 this time. Reaching both hands out away from you, nice and strong. We'll inhale as we lengthen our leg, bringing our hands up towards the sky, and exhaling as you bend forward into your knee, flowing like this a couple times with your breath. Inhaling as you come up, and exhaling as you bend deeply. Staying here for a beat in that warrior 2, nice and strong. And when you're ready, bringing your right elbow onto your right knee, opening up your left arm towards the sky or overhead, coming into your side angle here, feeling that length on the left side body. Maybe your gaze looks up, or maybe it stays looking out in front of you. Begin to lengthen your front leg, bringing your torso up, reaching your arms out away from you. We're going to begin to tilt ourselves forward as if someone's grabbing onto our arm and pulling us forward as our hips go back. You can drop that right arm so it's on the inside of your calf and begin to peel your left arm up towards the sky as your gaze follows, hugging your shoulder blades back behind you, squeezing them nice and tight here. Then your gaze looks down towards the earth and floating your left hand to frame your foot as your back foot pivots so you're on a low lunge here. We'll place our left hand now beside our right foot, opening up the right arm to the sky, coming into that easy twist on the right hand side this time. Breathing here, squeezing those shoulder blades, pushing into that back heel, and releasing everything on that exhale, kicking yourself forward and stepping up into that forward fold at the top of the mat. And this time, let's clasp our hands back behind our neck, just creating a little bit of extra weight here to pull us forward and down, maybe rocking or bouncing here slightly. Releasing that, let's inhale to a halfway lift in that Kali Mudra. Exhale to fold. One more time, inhale, halfway lift, maybe your arms stretch out beside you in an airplane. And exhale, fold. And as you inhale, let's slowly begin to roll ourselves to stand. And once you've found yourself here, let's just bring in a little bounce, a little shake, jump up and down. Let's just let out any last bit of energy that needs to move through the body here before we find ourselves back in stillness. We'll close our practice just as we started in Tadasana, mountain pose, shining your palms forward, shining your heart forward, closing down the eyes if you haven't already, and just taking a few rounds of breath here. Maybe thanking yourself for committing to this strong practice and for showing up for yourself in the divine feminine that you are. Bringing your hands to heart center or up between the eyebrows. We'll pour forward in thanks. Namaste.